Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed with report writing. Report writing is an exercise in the question paper also. It is a question with the question number 33, which has an option to write a speech, of course. But report writing, as all of us know, that it has been given in the text. Speech writing exercise is also given in the text. There is an option, of course, speech writing to report writing. But we discussed the report writing exercise yesterday. Today, let me give you a few ideas on use of pronouns. Question number 34, and this question carries 4 marks, and it is a very simple and easy exercise. Anybody can write, even a student who goes to class 6th or 7th, even in the Kannada medium or English medium student, write. The upper primary class student will also write the correct answer. This is not at all a very difficult exercise. But I know that there are some students who haven't undergone a proper training on this area, and that is why let me go through this exercise. The question is, what do the underlined words in the following extract refer to? One example that I have written on the blackboard. Rabindranath Tagore, in a poem, who prays to the Lord not to remove all obstacles, asks for strength to bear them. Before the start of Mahabharata war, Arjun was seized with emotional weakness. Therefore, he refused to fight the war, but Lord Krishna rescued him by giving him emotional strength. Now, these 4 pronouns have to be answered. What does who refer to? What does them refer to? What does he refer to? What does him refer to? Very simple to understand. But remember that you have a chapter unit in the workbook with the heading pronouns. And these are all not from the point of examination, even from the point of the use of language. This exercise is very much important. And first, pronouns, in the sense, immediately what that comes to our mind is all the personal pronouns. All the personal pronouns. And in the case of personal pronouns, we have first person subjective case pronoun I, and then you, and then he, she, it. This is subjective case pronoun. These pronouns have been used as subjects of the sentences that we write under the heading personal pronoun. And then after subjective case pronoun, we have, these are singular pronouns, and then we have plural. We, you is same, you, he, she, it, put together they. This knowledge is required to understand the chapter personal pronouns. Singular, plural. You, singular and plural, both are one and the same. He, she, it, he masculine gender, she feminine gender, and it neuter gender, and they the plural. And then the same has possessive case pronoun I, my, singular, you, your, he, his, she, her, it, its. This is possessive case pronoun of the singular. Now think of the plural, my, I, my, singular, this is possessive, my is possessive, we, our, or ours, your, or yours, both are one and the same. Then his, her, its, put together their or theirs. Now let us go to objective case. These are subjective case. Subject, let me write subject. These are possessive, and then object, objective case. Once again, I, singular subject, my, possessive, and then let us go to object, that is me, our, ours, us. You, once again you, singular as well as plural. Their, theirs, them, both are one and the same. So remember these pronouns, personal pronouns, heading, subject, then possessive, then object. So these pronouns are required to be understood from the point of usage or use of language, and from the point of the very pronouns which have to be answered here, what do they refer to, that we have to understand. Without the knowledge of language, this cannot be understood. But I know that 60 to 80% students are they find this activity very simple. But 20% students are available who are not trained properly, or they haven't given proper attention when the very activity was going on in the class, and as a result of that they lose 4 marks without any reason. But my dear students, please don't lose 4 marks. That is why I have given an idea in nutshell, the very unit which is called personal pronouns. And now you may ask the question, sir, this hasn't been given there. Who? Them is available, he available, him available. And where is it? The question comes. Yes, here once again. Theirs, his, him, sorry. Her, once again, her. What is it? Him objective case, her objective case, it is also available, plural them. Sorry for the mistake. Him objective case, her, once again her. Here hers is also available. And him singular, plural, them. Her, them, it, once again them. Hope that you have understood this. And this is plural column, this is singular column. Now this item is not available here, so that is why in the chapter the pronouns, where it is not only personal pronouns but there are other pronouns available. Which are the other pronouns? Reflexive pronoun available, emphatic pronoun available, relative pronoun available, demonstrative pronoun available, distributive pronoun available, and interrogative pronouns available. So there are other pronouns as well which you have studied, which you have to remember. Now look at this particular one, who. Now in the sentence it is easy to understand. In the usage, in the sentence it is easy to understand. That is, Rabindranath Tagore in a poem, who is a relative pronoun, refers to the noun or the pronoun. Here the noun Rabindranath Tagore, so you have to write who, here Rabindranath Tagore. praise to the Lord, relative pronoun, and who functions as WH pronoun also, who functions in a subordinate clause as a conjunction also. Here it is a pronoun. So Rabindranath Tagore, and then do not remove all obstacles, ask for strength to bear them. So what is this them? Some students are not able to find out because it is a long sentence, and in the sentence they get confused sometimes, because them, is it Rabindranath Tagore or Rabindranath Tagore and Lord Krishna and Arjuna, all these three people? These are the confusions that automatically come to the mind of the students. But the very best thing is that, the very important factor is that we must understand the paragraph that is available. Most often, as per the guideline, this paragraph is extracted from the very passage that has been given for the sake of comprehension. From the same paragraph, unseen passage, from which this has been extracted, and the question number 34 has been framed. And this passage has these many items, the pronouns. So when you read Rabindranath Tagore in a poem, who prays to the Lord not to remove all obstacles, asks for strength to bear them. So this is rather, in this very paragraph, this is confusing to 15 to 20% students. Them in the sense they may not understand. So first thing is that language grip or knowledge is very much important. You have to understand when you read. If you don't understand, nothing can be done. And understand that them refers to obstacles, all obstacles, asks for strength to bear them. Them reference to these items. So you have to write obstacles. Then, before the start of Mahabharata war, Arjun was seized with emotional weakness. Therefore, he refused. Naturally, this is very simple. Here Arjun has been available in this sentence, and no other person has been mentioned there, and reference to Arjuna. Where is it? Arjun. Then fight the war, but Lord Krishna rescued him. So him, objective case. So this is object, but reference to Arjuna once again. Lord Krishna, subject. So naturally this is not the subject that is available. Instead the object referred to. But before the start of Mahabharata war, Arjun was seized. This does not function as an object, but that objective case pronoun refers to a noun or a pronoun in the paragraph that has been given. So rescued him, once again Arjun. So 4 mark is available. Now another point that you have to understand here is that the same, look at here, he, Arjun, is available. He refused to fight the war. So him, once again Arjun. Some students may have a confusion that how is it possible both the pronouns have the same answer, the noun Arjun available, because this is subjective case, this is objective case, and the same noun or the same pronoun can be referred to in different ways, and the same noun has been referred to with the 2 pronouns. One is subjective and the other one is objective. So that is why you have to understand the text that is available, and after understanding the text, go through the sentences very carefully, and please don't make mistakes unnecessarily. And these are very simple items available, and you can understand it very easily, and just put in your basket. 4 marks, very easily available. And next 35 question, that is jumbled segment. Question number 35, it is jumbled segment, 1 mark question. And let me write 1 here, and usually this question 35 question number 35, 7,000 in Monaco. These are only men. There is a full stop. Now, only 5 segments available, 5 pieces available, and you have to write 1 mark, easily available. This is from the text itself, and if you are thorough with the text, no problem. If you are not thorough with the text, some students may find the difficulty in writing the answer in the sense writing it properly, rearranging the segments properly and preparing or writing a proper correct grammatical sentence. Some students don't find it difficult. I know that. I am quite sure that 80 to 90% students will gain mark here, 1 mark. Even 1 mark is very much important for you to score. Now 7,000 in Monaco, these are only men. Now how to write? You have to understand once again, because this is textual question. What is available in the text? Some students may say that only 7,000 men in Monaco these are, but the sentence is wrong. It is not possible to be understood, because they have thought that this is important, men is important, but it is not the way. Textual knowledge is very much important. Without textual knowledge, this cannot be written. And Monaco, these are only men. And there is an adverb also, and this has to be taken into consideration. Some students do not read the text at all. They simply write on their own manner, and they write because they have good knowledge of grammar, good knowledge of language, and they write it. But that is not also possible sometimes, and that is why you must have the knowledge of the text, and then only it is possible to write. So how to find out which one is the first word in the sentence? In Monaco, if you begin in Monaco, only 7,000 men, if you write these are, is eliminated, and that is not acceptable. And then what to do? How to find out? So the very mediocre students and some students who haven't been trained properly sometimes find it difficult, and that is why they may have to think more about this. These are only 7,000 men in Monaco. If you write, does it become acceptable? You have to ask. Means you have to ask your consciousness. You have to check the consciousness, and that is why it becomes difficult sometimes. And this sentence is very much confusing, and that is why you have to understand these are only 7,000 men in Monaco. Now look at this. And sometimes questions may be given in a wrong way. Print mistake is also possible. That you don't have to worry. But when you write what is available there, when you write the answer, you have to think of the subject verb agreement, which has been taught again and again, and last year also it was taught, in the second year exercise also it is taught, and that is why first PUC and second PUC, in both classes you have been taught subject verb agreement. So whatever the sentence that is available there, you have to find out the pronouns, the adverbs, the nouns, the helping verbs, the main verbs, and then if adjectives available, adjectives that you have to understand, and prepositions, articles, all these are very important. If you write one item somewhere which may not be useful or which may not give a proper meaning, then of course it becomes a problem. And that is why after going through, as I have said, the second time or third time, that the sentences I have told you that these sentences are wrong, and now after that I have written this, these are only 7,000 men in Monaco. But this sentence also doesn't give a good meaning here, but there is no other option available. In Monaco, these are only 7,000 men. If you write, once again it becomes wrong, because the sentence doesn't give a proper meaning. So these are only 7,000 men in Monaco, because 7,000 men where, that has been explained here in Monaco. So this question, 35th, the last question, remember that it is also sometimes becomes difficult to some students, but bear in mind that these are very easily answered by many students, and those who find it difficult, please go through these items carefully and score good marks. And then let us go to question number 31. Once again, note making exercise, which is a compulsory exercise. You cannot lose it. 4 mark. Krishna Deva Raya ruled the Vijayanagara Empire. He gave a good governance during his regime. Gold, silver and diamond were sold on the streets of Vijayanagara. He respected men and women equally. In his court, there was a clown called Tenali Rama, who was known for his wit. Anybody can understand this. Now, 4 mark question, and they give a flow chart there. They give boxes there. Only you have to write the answers by considering after going through the very paragraph. You have been given some hints there, and based on those hints and the paragraph that are available, you have to write the answer. Now look at the flow chart. Krishna Deva Raya ruled. first one. And then during his regime, sold now 2, 3, 4. Then once again Krishna Devaraya respected on the left side court clown. Now respected 2 boxes. Court clown named. So 4, 5, 6, now 7, now known for, hope that you can see this one. The last box, 8th one. So once again 4 mark, very simple. You need not lose this, and there is, if you lose this, once again people, the examiners may think that the person doesn't understand the language, he is not able to or she is not able to get to know what is given there. Now clues are given. Krishna Devaraya ruled, immediately available after ruled the Vijayanagara. So most of the times very simple exercise available, and even otherwise based on these clues, even if it is 1 or 2 sentences, difficult sentences available, the very clues help you to understand what is given there in the extract, or sorry, in the paragraph. Krishna Devaraya ruled Vijayanagara Empire. You have to write, you can write either Vijayanagara Empire, either you can write by preparing this sort of a flow chart, or else you write point wise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you write this like this one, if you write in this way, that is also acceptable. People will, examiners will give full mark. You don't have to worry about this. Krishna Devaraya ruled Vijayanagara Empire. And then during his regime, he gave a good governance during his governance. During his regime. Then gold, silver and diamond during his regime sold. What did people sell there? He gave a good governance during his regime. Gold, silver and diamond. So second one gold, third one silver, and the fourth one diamond. Don't make it the other way, that is diamond, silver, gold, because fourth one is diamond actually, third one silver, and second one gold. So don't make it upside down or topsy-turvy or vice versa, etc. Instead write sequentially what is available there. Then Krishna Devaraya respected, he means Krishna Devaraya, no other person is available after Krishna Devaraya till now, till this he respected, or after 2 sentences you don't get any other person there. I am speaking of my students who sometimes get confused, that is why I have been telling this again and again. He respected means Krishna Devaraya respected. Krishna Devaraya respected men and women equally. So fifth one men, sixth one women. Then Krishna Devaraya had the court clown. There was, he respected men and women equally, full stop. In his court there was a clown called Tenali Rama. So court clown Tenali Rama, known for wit, his wit. Sometimes this some students may find difficult, and that is why once again each and every ingredient that you have to understand. Each item is important, and sometimes they are not able to trace which item has to be written. Just use your wisdom, intelligence to understand that, so that 4 marks very easily. So that is why remember that jumbled segments, 1 mark very easily available. Report writing, if you just go through the exercise again and again, because you have 3 hours and 15 minutes available on June 18th. Once again, I make you to remember. It is very easy to write the answer to the pronouns, because directly the pronouns are available there. You have to elicit the pronouns and write the answer, 4 mark. And jumbled segments, since you read the text, you are familiar with the text, you can write the very answer to the best of your knowledge. Sometimes it may become difficult also. Report writing, where question number 34, which we discussed yesterday, report writing is also a simple exercise where a thesis statement is very much required, a conclusion is required, comparing, contrasting, these aspects are also required, good language is required, and you have to write the same. And note making, where very easy exercise, it is very easy, where the clues are available, the paragraph available, you have to just fill in the boxes, or you write 1 to 8, the numbering method that you can take up, and you can write the answer there. And then let us go to 28th question, which is a dialogue. Complete the dialogue, complete the following dialogue. Conversation between principal and a student. Who has to join for PUC? Now student, good morning sir. Good morning. Sir introduces himself. Principal, yes, what do you want? Student, I have passed SSLC. In first class. Then, what is it? Seeking suggestion. About combination. Principal, no, I would like to join for science. Principal. This is student. What is it? About combination. Principal. Dash giving suggestion. Sorry. Giving suggestion. Student. No, I would like to join for science. Principal. Okay, you can come and join tomorrow. Student. Expressing gratitude. Now, this question, note making, then report writing, and then this exercise also, dialogue. These are very simple exercise, and the people, the students who have the knowledge of language, I don't say that they have to study English textbook of second PUC. If they have the knowledge of language English, naturally they can write correct answer here, and once again 4-mark question. And think of how many 4 marks that you get very easily. Complete the following dialogue based on language. Then complete the note making exercise, once again based on wisdom. And the very report writing based on language and based on your intelligence. Based on the knowledge of pronouns, you have 4-mark question. So after 4 like that, your score or your total mark gets increased. Now clues are given, that is why once again it is very simple, but your duty is to read the entire paragraph first. That is conversation between principal and a student who has to join for PUC. Student comes there, good morning sir, he tells and introduces himself, that you have to understand. Then principal, yes, what do you want? Question mark is available there. He has to inquire the student. I have passed SSLC in first class, and then in the bracket it is given seeking suggestion about combination. And then principal giving suggestion. Student, no, I would like to join for science. Principal, okay, you can come and join tomorrow. Student expressing gratitude. Now look at, all of you know, because you are at the age 18 or 17, and all of you have understood how to introduce yourself. And in the first PUC textbook, there are 18 dialogues that those have been, the 18 dialogues have been given, and you have been trained how to correct yourself, how to talk with the strangers, how to wish, how to show gratitude to somebody, all etc. etc. All that you have to recollect. But this is very simple because all of you have experienced this. And good morning sir introduces us. Good morning, I am Ravi, you write a fictitious name, or your name can also be written, no problem in the examination. Anyway, you don't write Vivekananda College there. Instead, good morning sir, I am Ravi, introducing himself or introduces himself. I am Ravi, I am Shweta, whatever it may be. And it should not be I am Ravi who is coming from somewhere distant place. That is not required. Only your name is enough there. I am Ravi, I am Shweta, whatever it may be. You write that. Then, yes, what do you want? The question is asked by the principal. So first that you have to read and understand since this is an experience all of you have, I think it is very simple. I have passed SSLC in first class, and then seeking suggestion about combination. You say I have passed SSLC in first combination, so you put a question here, which combination, because seeking suggestion about combination, which combination, the same very simple method I am suggesting, which combination shall I take, or which combination shall I choose, which combination shall I opt, any one, it should not be take also, as I have said just now, which combination shall I take, because there is a question mark that they have given there, seeking suggestion about, no question mark, this is what I have written, class, seeking suggestion about combination, which combination shall I take, or you may write I have passed SSLC in first class, I want to know the different combinations in your college, seeking suggestion, and which one is, but it becomes long, I want to know the different combinations available in your college and which combination shall I take or choose, opt, etc. But this is very simple, which combination. So here a question framing is required, which combination shall I take, which combination shall. So after this WH word, the noun is available, and then the helping verb, subject and main verb. So this is also important. So which I take, if you write, the sentence is not meaningful, the question is not meaningful. So that is why which combination, because suggestion about combination, which combination shall I take, principal giving suggestion. So he, principal suggests, I suggest SEBA or SECA or C computer science, ECBA, etc. anyone. So anyone you can think of. I suggest SCBA to you. Giving suggestion. Immediately there is a disagreement. No, I would like to join for science. The principal has said this probably because he doesn't have very good score in science and maths, and as a result of that he has told the boy that commerce is better. But student disagrees with that. Okay, you can come and join. So there is a lot of discussion that is going on, and after that they come to a conclusion that okay, if you want to join science, no problem, but you have to work hard. And then student is happy after so many questions and answers in between that takes place. So he expresses gratitude, thank you. So remember how to write this first one and last one, very simple to all the students. Some students may find how to frame questions difficult, and some students may find how to write the suggestion. So that is why once again I have reminded you, and remember that these are very simple exercises, and if you lose mark you will be the loser. And that is why I once again earnestly request you to go through these, and on June 18 don't lose mark. Simply don't lose mark. Thank you. If you listen these carefully, you will definitely shine in your life in the future. Thank you students.